How y'all doing? Christ Jesus, so Jesus Christ, I pray to y'all holiness to actually perform your holy y'all will, or to do your all holy y'all will around this holy moment of your holy y'all time, about 6:33 p.m. Tuesday, February 18, 2025. All right, y'all, I kind of been thinking about this all day, and I was able to put it together. So it's mainly just words, and there's one picture, but y'all, all right, when it comes to people's actions as of now, such as like President Trump and his actions as of now, y'all are going to see that he sinfully acts big, as y'all have seen in the past from him. But this isn't really about him. This is really about the whole fact of acting big and small, and feeling big and small, and the whole fact that we need to be big and small. But because of this video and the examples that it gives, y'all will be able to see this in present day, in reality, as it is something that's a part of our word, blood, and spirit, as Jesus blesses us, or the devil will make us sin and sinfully beat by. So this is why we always must continue to put Jesus first in everything that we do, and the person that we are, the servant that we must be for Jesus in order to serve everyone. Because the whole problem about this, y'all, is we don't exactly choose our actions until we know what is wrong. But ultimately we sin, and that means we can't exactly choose how we sin, but we should pray to choose how we sin, as Jesus knows that we sin and will bless us to sin in the way Jesus wants, needs, and desires, the all holy, all wanting, all needing, all desiring Jesus Christ. So ultimately, y'all, when it comes to it, again, when it comes to the fact that Peter unwillfully or unwillingly sinned against Jesus, and then Judas willfully sinned against Jesus, you see how the whole fact that Peter tried to love Jesus and tried to tell Jesus the right thing or something, just based off trying to love Jesus, yet still sinned against Jesus, as Jesus saw what he did as sin, as the devil was acting through Peter, and Peter still sinned. All right, so anyways, don't take that with a grain of salt. Take that as the truth from the holy all truth, which is Jesus. We sin, and it's something we have to understand in order to actually overcome. All right, so we're getting there, and this video should actually help people with it. So all right, hold on, y'all, we're gonna get to the little write-up I have, so hold on. Okay, now let's look at this, y'all. The whole reason that this continues, that the whole fact of sinfully acting big or even sinfully acting small, kind of starts with Sean, and the whole fact that he was supposed to figure out big and small, big enough and small enough. He was supposed to figure that out just based off having a penis so big that it was still small to other penises. But because of the fact that he wanted more and more women, and to sexually satisfy more and more women in order to fulfill his wants, needs, and desires, because that's what he wanted, needed, and desired to do, it wasn't figured out. So I'm being blessed to figure it out, and this is the result. Okay, all right, so now we can look at big, and we can look at big dick to smaller dick, right? All right, big dick visually entices or coerces a woman that it can sexually satisfy a woman better than a smaller dick, which is half true, because a penis must be big enough yet also small enough. All right. So as women are normally seen and feel smaller than men by strength and leadership, so they normally follow men. So therefore, they're following these men into the slaughter, which is taking their virginity or sexually satisfying them in a way that's sinful. They're following them in such way. So women are small to men who control them, sinfully being big. Those men who are sinfully being big to a woman that they want to control without sexually satisfying them, making a woman feel as if they want, need, and desire to be sexually satisfied or fulfilled by a bigger penis, big dick, right? Therefore, regardless of how small black men seem to be compared to other men by social and respectable standards, a woman is always going to want, need, and desire to feel and be sexually satisfied, because it is a want, need, and desire of the all holy, all wanting, all needing, all desiring Jesus Christ for a person to be sexually big enough and small enough to satisfy their husband or their wife, right? So again, the penis and vagina must be big enough and small enough and big enough for that person or for their holy one true love, all right? For a man or woman, all right? Now, again, this whole concept of the fact of this whole concept of enticing and coercing or really coercing when it comes to money, knowledge, or power, or even guns, like lethal weapon power, to those who have less or no money, knowledge, or power, or guns, or anything. This is how it looks, y'all. And you see how it's more like person A has more money, or etc., being big to then person B. So person A believes so sinfully, they're believing something, therefore drawing them towards the devil. Same with penis, right? Same with penis, all right? Believing that they are in the right to be able to take or coerce a person, the person B, the smaller person, to force their way upon person B as having more, like money, knowledge, power, or guns, makes them dang, I don't think equal is supposed to be there. It makes them seem is equal in dominance. So having more is equal in dominance. So you're more dominant based off the more you have, right? So yeah, as you can see, like, as we can see, as Europeans, white Americans are normally the person in charge of things, authority. They have the more authority because they have the more money, right? And so the smaller people who must work for them are then smaller to such person because they don't have, and they have to go to them to actually have it. So again, as y'all can see with Big Dick, when it comes to what Sean did with Big Dick, he's saying that the bigger the penis, the more to sexually satisfy you, right? For women. So he's like forcing women to only go to the biggest penis, right? So this then goes, and this is enticing and coercing women to force them. It's like monopolizing sex based off penis size, and it's then because of the fact that it's big to a smaller one. So therefore you would want what is big as you want what is big enough, all right? Because you don't ever want it too small, right? All right. So you see how that's the same. It's the same concept is here. The same concept is here. I have, you need, so you're gonna do what I want you to do in order for you to get what you need. All right. Okay. And it's different by God. The difference by humans, it can be sinful, but if that person is acting through God, then it's not exactly sinful. Okay. But with God, God always has what you need, so you must go to, or God always has what you want, need, or desire. And so because of that, God can bless you with it as long as you go to God. Because we as all human beings, we are all smaller than God, right? So dang, sorry y'all. So ultimately, this, because this exists in the world, it's a sinful way of serving people and serving those who do not have, as this person is still a person under sin, under God, right? Under God. They're under God, right? They're under God. This person is under God. These people are under God. So everyone should just serve God, right? All right. Now let's look at the low down and dirty, which is being sinful both ways, where you have person A drawing a gun on person B, where person A wants, needs, and desires to kill person B for money, pride, or anything else, where person B decides to get big on person A to make person A feel small enough to where they don't kill person B. So person B decides to call person A a pussy, a bitch, or a scared motherfucker, getting big with their voice, using vulgarity and or profanity, resulting in person A feeling small or inferior, or chicken out of committing the action of actually killing person B for what they want, need, and desire, for what they would sinfully want, need, and desire. So as y'all can see, as we've seen that in movies, it's a reality. And then also person B could also use knowledge selfishly, or use knowledge sinfully, resulting in person A feeling smaller than person B, for then person B to overpower, overtake, or outsmart person A when it comes to them trying to kill them. Right? Okay. Now again, this is another example, another scenario where it's on the street without law enforcement, without police, right? So person A, feeling big, pulls a gun on person B, meant to be small, to kill or rob person B for money or something, anything, right? So person B gets big on person A, making them feel small by either talking them out of the crime that they're about to commit, or overtaking, overpowering, or outsmarting them by strength, knowledge, or blessing. Remember blessing, y'all, for the crime to be avoided, right? For the crime to not happen, right? That's just a person, just a regular person. That's a person A and it's person B, or person A and person B, right? So a person that could be killed by person A for various reasons, but they're doing it in a way person B is getting big on a person on person A to make them feel small by doing something right by both of them, right? It's right by both of them, right? Okay. Whereas in this situation where it's low down and dirty, where person B will get big on person A, the person trying to kill them, by then making them feel scared as being a pussy, bitch, or scared motherfucker for trying to change them to not killing person B, to make them inferior or chicken out, and to not actually commit the action of actually killing person B. And then person person B kind of coerces person A to then kill person A, right? So y'all can understand that situation, right? So I'm gonna kill him before he kills me, right? Even though I didn't have the gun, person B, right? So yeah, all right. Now another scenario is law enforcement to criminal activity, right? Where you have a criminal acting big, threatening lives as if they are above or bigger or greater than the law, where then you have an officer speaking dominantly, getting big, right? Because of the feelings of wanting, needing, and desiring to enforce the law, making them feel big, right? And then therefore, because the law is greater, authority is greater than criminal activity, right? So therefore, I'm sorry, I spelled responding wrong. Sorry. All right, a criminal acts how they want, need, and desire, responding either by resisting authority by trying to be big, or they decide to act big by violently sinfully acting like the devil, right? By violently continue to commit the crime, or they can act small based off the given authority of the police officer by submitting or surrendering to law enforcement, right? So I hope y'all can understand that. That's really, really simple. That's basically, this scenario is basically how it's played out, how usually it plays out. This is how I normally see it, like on TV, and then it's the same when it comes to actual like scenarios, like police officer scenarios, toward criminal activity. Now again, the next thing is we have to look at it because everyone should serve God, right? Because as you can see, we all sin, as there have been accidents and mistakes that have happened by law enforcement toward criminal activity where things should not have happened. But because we all sin, it's something that happens against law enforcement, and then it can also happen through criminal activity where a criminal can make a mistake and end up getting killed for it, or a criminal could kill someone in law enforcement, right? So it's both ways, and that's because of sin, y'all. That's because of sin. Now again, remember Peter tried to love Jesus, and he didn't want, need, or desire to sin against Jesus, but he did anyways, right? And then again, remember that Judas willingly wanted, needed, and desired to sin against Jesus, to turn Jesus over for the money, right? Okay. Now again, we can look at this situation. Now, a criminal being small toward the devil by sin, not being small toward God, because if they were being small toward God, they wouldn't commit such action, right? So at least that's how I'm thinking, how it plays out right now. I'm still studying it myself, but yeah, because everybody still sins. But a criminal being small toward the devil by sin, or allowing the devil to act through them, threatens, based off what they would know, right? Based off knowing what such action could lead to, right? Such criminal activity could lead to. They could threaten sinfully acting big and scary, as the devil is evil, being big and scary, right? With a loaded firearm, and threatens to kill people and or themselves with such weapon, right? Now, again, this is what must happen. A police officer must get big, like Superman, right? Get big to save the day, yet does not have much time to think things or actions through carefully. So an officer could act sinfully by possibly wanting, needing, or desiring to have done something differently during the situation, because people could have gotten harmed, or killed or anything based off the officer's actions, right? And it's just something that can happen, and it's unfortunate, but we live in a world of sin, right? Now again, the officer must get big to make the criminal feel small by making them surrender and submit to the authority of law enforcement. So an officer gets smaller than God to be big over the devil, becoming small enough, wanting to save a life, and at the same time becoming big enough, being able to threaten the enforcement of taking a life, taking a criminal's life, right? As then an officer has that authority to use lethal force, right? Okay, now again, the officer may try to reason with the criminal by talking them out of such crime, convincing them not to take lives or to take their own life, right? That's being godly, not being sinfully big, but being godly big or godlike when it comes to being big, to care for another person's life, to care for a criminal's life, because they still sin, and they have to return to God just as that police officer does, right? So in order to help preserve that criminal's life, as Jesus would want, need, and desire, the all holy, all wanting, all needing, all desiring, Jesus Christ, as Jesus will want that criminal to just ask for forgiveness and redemption of their sins. Now, it would seems like that's a really cheap way to go about things, but that's really the seriousness of how Jesus plays it, because of the devil, y'all. Because the devil is always trying to take us from heaven, and is trying to take everyone from heaven, right? And it's like we have to get past the whole fact of that a person commits such crime and shouldn't be forgiven or redeemed of such crime, of such sin, right? So we need to get past that. So I believe what Jesus is trying to help me to help.
There's no talking in this section.
Okay. All right. So when it comes to, I believe what Jesus is trying to tell me about helping people get past it, it's understanding Peter and Judas, right? So again, y'all, sorry I got in trouble for talking too loud. All right. So again, if an officer is too small or too big by not responding appropriately, with such as choosing the right words and not using lethal force first, the officer could be too small and the action could come out as this. The criminal may act sinfully big by taking lives of others' lives, or they could simply act too big, or the criminal's life may preemptively or mistakenly be taken, right? All right, y'all. Sorry, I kind of got in trouble. So I'm in the library and I shouldn't be talking so loud. But anyways, I'm trying to finish this video. So ultimately, y'all, I hope y'all kind of can understand big and small now and everything that has happened by it. So I'm trying to finish this video really quick. So it's about 6:57 p.m. Tuesday, February 18, 2025. Y'all, that's all the knowledge and wisdom that I have right now. So I hope that everything is fine. And as y'all see, it's like I'm going against authority by giving y'all this knowledge and wisdom. But it's all good. I'm sure he forgives me. Thanks, Billy. But yeah, I'll see y'all on the next video. Love y'all and peace.